What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video drilling episode. It's been a while. And a lot of things have happened. Okay, from I learned how to swim, to I have had many crazy dreams, to I don't know. Tomorrow I get my it's like the last ceremony of the school, and then I will never have to go there again. Yeah, crazy stuff. Okay. Okay, where do we start? So, the last time I recorded was on Sunday. Well, it was yesterday's meetup. Yeah. Well, first of all, yesterday I went swimming with friends. Wait, yesterday? What day is today? Thursday. Yeah, yesterday I went swimming with friends, and you can clearly see, bro. I am now sunburned. Here, here it's slightly less, but like, bro, this one you can clearly see. You can see the different color on this side and on this side of my arm. Crazy. Anyways, so I'm sunburned, but this is so low-key cool. Yeah, and then on the same, like, we went to a sea to swim at around 11 or so. Yeah. I learned to swim there because, like, I know how to swim, like, I don't even know what it's called in English, like, one form of swimming. I know how to swim that, but I didn't know the most basic one that's best for long distances. Yeah, I didn't know how to swim that, and so my friend taught me, and yeah, now I can do that. It's so crazy. 19 years of my life I've never learned it, and then just 10 minutes I did. Crazy. But okay, let's look at the dreams, because dreams were crazy. Okay, so on the day where I last recorded, on that night, my dream was literally just a normal weekend. I had this before, actually, where this was so unsatisfying. I literally dreamed just a normal day back when I was still in school, like just a normal school day. I was in school the whole day, then I came home, ate, and then I woke up. And I'm like, bro, I just dreamed about school, and now I have to go to school. That was the biggest scam in my life ever. Woke up. Yeah, what else we got? We got the next day. Oh, yeah, this was something interesting. Let me just read it out loud. I was at home. Someone from a famous, officially not bad religion or whatever came to speak to me at my home to recruit me. Kind of like Scientology, right? It's like officially not bad, but like people know. However, I knew he was going to kidnap me, so I said I'm not interested, thank you. In the evening, I saw that someone had fallen for the trap because like they met up like when it was dark at their church or whatever, and then got kidnapped, and then I saw it, so I called the cops. And the cops came. It wasn't the first time the cops came, and well, so they didn't find anything. But then the guy knew that I was the one who saw it, who called the cops. So he was out to get me. Yeah. I told some people about it and left my apartment. They had many fancy cars, and I knew, like, the people from this religion, the kidnappers, had many fancy cars, and like I knew a trick how to get into the cars, and that was so weird. Like, I just pulled these luxury cars with one hand, where like you open the back of the car. I pulled it with one hand, pulled the car away a few meters, and then I could enter in the front door. I don't know why. And there was no key required. You just had to press a button and then you could drive the car. And so I crashed all their cars. In that same way, I stole one of their planes and just crashed it too. And I don't know. That was very crazy. Yeah. Then the next day, there was nothing. So these were my dreams, okay? Crazy dreams, first of all. Let's look at any notes. Nope. Nothing big. Wait. Ooh, I did have an interview on, for those who watch the shorts that I post or on any other platform. I did have an interview on Tuesday, yeah. And it was not really like an interview. It was kind of more chill. And yeah, they asked me some questions, some normal questions. They seemed quite impressed by me. Of course, who wouldn't? No. But I mean, yeah, that's what's up. And so I basically got admitted, not admitted yet, I got invited to a personal interview and like already, you know, see how it is to work there for a few hours on Monday. So I'll be going there on Monday. Then, yeah, that was quite it. That was chill, honestly. And it's a good, like, it's a good gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rich people gym. And they have like saunas, they have like a pool, 25-meter pool. You can also practice swimming there, like if you're if you're doing it, you know, professionally, you can train it there. They have a boxing area, they have course, they have everything, yo, this rich people stuff. I hope I get admitted there. Yeah. Then what else do we have? I feel like I was about to say something. Damn, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. And let me look maybe. Oh yeah, actually, okay, in the last few days I haven't really watched Human Podcast a lot. But when I did watch it, I did make a lot of notes here. And this is like of 1.5 hours maybe of the 3 hour podcast, or 2.5 hours. I don't know how long it is, doesn't matter. Yeah, but so that's what I'm gonna make, like, talk about tomorrow, most likely. Hope you don't hear my mom sneezing. Yeah. Yeah, I did order some new books today. That's what I wanted to say. Let me go to Amazon. The thing is, I wanted to order them on this one side where it's like usually cheaper, and they didn't have, like, they had like 2 out of 6 books that I wanted to order, or like, no, it was 3 out of 8, or it's like very bad ratio. So I was like, nah, let's look on Amazon. Bro, on Amazon it was cheaper. They scam me. But okay. So still, out of the books that I wanted, not all were available yet. Like, some are just gonna be aired next year or the end of this year. So what I ordered was How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePera. I don't know. What's Your Dream? Simon Squibb. Multiple intelligences. Wait, what? Let me. What is this called? Multiple intelligences. This one. Yeah, because I heard about this also from Robert Greene in the podcast with Andrew Huberman. And actually, I never liked Robert Greene because of the book 48 Laws of Power. And I honestly think it's completely outdated. Like, not completely, but partially outdated. And I think partially is also just wrong, straight up. So I never really liked the guy. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, but then when I saw him in the podcast and I saw him talking, I'm like, bro, he's a wise guy. And then he recommended this book, and what he said about the book was also very interesting. He just said something really briefly. That was really good. I also ordered his book, The Art of Seduction, and that's also really interesting. In the podcast, I talked about seduction. You know, when I hear seduction, all I would think about is, oh, a girl seducing a guy to get laid. But seduction is so much more than that, because there's not only physical seduction, there's also mental seduction and spiritual seduction, I guess, too. Yeah, but basically, there's not just physical seduction, and that's really interesting. So I ordered his book, The Art of Seduction, and I also ordered, what is this book? I can see. The Black Swan. The Body Keeps the Score. That sounded interesting. It's something about trauma or whatever. But yeah, it's really interesting. I also have friends, with trauma. So I might just read this and maybe help some more people with this knowledge. Yeah. That's kind of what's up. That's what's going on in my life, I think. Nothing else. Oh, I did order flight to my uncle next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, the plane will no. This is, next Wednesday, the plane will take off at around 5 or 6 a.m. Yeah, I'll be in the plane for a couple of hours, like 3, I think, or 4 hours, and then I will like find my way to the bus station and have like an hour time or so, and then I will drive the bus for like 2.5, 3 hours, and then I'll be in the city where my uncle lives, and then they will probably get me, hopefully. Yeah, and then it's gonna be something for most likely 2 months. I'm going to be on a boat. Probably, actually, I don't think we're going to like get on the boat instantly. You know, as far as I've heard it, like after a while. But yeah, that's gonna be something. I definitely want to buy a prayer mat there, honestly, because here I don't have one right now. Yeah, and honestly, I also plan to talk with my mom about religion because I thought she was like just a Christian, but apparently not. She's like, like I can't see God in like a picture that's man-made. You know what I mean? Which is true. That's like idol worshipping. I don't I don't get that. I I also want to talk to a really Christian friend, or Orthodox, whatever. She's basically really Christian, and I wanted to ask like why, like why? Because I do not understand it. I truly do not understand Christianity. I never understood because I always had my doubts about like there's so many different versions of the Bible, and I was like, and it has been changed from humans. So how can I trust what part of it is from God and what part isn't? You know what I mean? And since there's so many different versions, how do I know which one's the most preserved one or the correct one? So I never really liked that, and then also the thing of the Trinity that never made sense to me because, bro, I just do not understand it. I don't know, because it's like Jesus is God, but Jesus is also a man, and Jesus is also the Holy Spirit, and he's also the Son of God. I I don't get it. Like, how can a human be God? How can a human die or made to appear to die? If you know, you know. Yeah, no. How can a human be God and ask like how can God ask God for like what? Хорошо. How can God pray to God for help? And why does God have to be sacrificed to forgive humans? I don't know. Makes no sense to me. I don't know. It literally makes no sense to me. But okay, that's good. It's good that it makes no sense to me because yeah, because I believe I'm one of the guy ones. Yeah, I am lucky in that sense. It's actually so crazy how I went from a Muslim hatred to a Muslim. That's so crazy. Yeah. I also found a bit more out about Jews, and honestly, that's, bro, the more I found out, the crazier it got. Bro. But okay. think that's kind of what's up in my life right now. Yeah. I've heard it multiple times in the comments already that this feels like we're on a call, like we're like. I've heard multiple times from people watching that watching this video feels like a call. I don't know why I said it. Okay. Like, I want to speak, but I cannot form a sentence right now. It's difficult. It's difficult to describe this feeling. I should just end the video right here. Alright. Hey, yo, hopefully I'll make a video tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. I really do hope I will make a video tomorrow. Saturday is gonna be so hard. Yeah, so annoying. Not boring, annoying. Oh yeah, if I make a video tomorrow, I have to remember to just do the book notes. The book note, what book notes? No, the podcast notes. What I actually also wanted to do is like a video like this where I kinda, oh this hurts, oh the sunburn hurts, where I just like read out my notes and like say what I remember or whatever from the podcast, and then you, the people watching, tell me if they have watched it. If you haven't watched it, then you can learn stuff, and if you have watched it, and I would like to hear your notes, what you learned from it. You know what I mean? Or maybe if I understood something wrong. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I'd have to watch more podcasts for that, so I do not do right now. So yeah, that's what's up. Well, that's all for today. We'll see you in the next one.